I'm Maggie Miller here at ODSC Boston, and I'm with Yosi Taguri of MissingLink AI and also Courtney Wilson of CloudFactory. So Yosi, first off, just tell us a little bit about MissingLink AI.
So MissingLink AI is a platform that helps customers manage the whole data science workflow, from how they manage their data, how do they train their machines, how do they track all the experimentation, how do they put it in production and monitor it, right? So we're helping them automate the whole process.
And so tell me some of the challenges you find in getting models deployed faster and how you're helping people overcome those challenges.
I think the biggest challenge that we see with customers today is the amounts of data that they have to deal with. Data grows, we know, exponentially, and data for AI grows even faster, and we do not have the technology yet to manage insane amounts of data. So we find customers copying files like we did 30 years ago. So the big question is, how do we enable them to get rid of that? How do we stream insane amounts of data to do, right? How do you tag a lot of data? This is a human issue. That's a big workflow part that is very hard to do. So I think managing data is the number one issue today when you're building a model or want to go to production.
So in order to do that, you really need access to massive amounts of high quality training data. And that's where CloudFactory comes in. So Courtney, can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, actually, there's multiple studies have come out saying that 80% of, up to 80% of time can be spent on data preparation. So the teams that are building AI are spending tons of time on this, work that can be kind of painful, and we're basically coming in because they need that high quality training data that Yosi was just talking about. So that's what we do. So we bring in dedicated and scalable teams that are helping to bring AI to life through that process, through doing the labeling and the management of that data. So it's pretty amazing. I mean, we are fundamentally helping companies accelerate the building of those training data sets, and then companies like MissingLink are helping them manage the entire life cycle of that model building, helping them get to market faster. So the real world implications are pretty amazing.
And speaking of that, Yosi, you had an event last night with MIT Media Labs where we heard from companies who had real-world AI case studies. So tell us some of those amazing stories that were shared last night.
Yeah, so I think one of the most interesting ones was Iterative Scopes. It's a company that has colonoscopy tests data, not so comfortable data, but they're collecting insane amounts of data. So they actually build this device that they connect to the video output so they can collect it. But then they have just video. Somebody needs to go and analyze them. So you have doctors looking on those and trying to tag them, right? And what we found out with medical companies that you can even have 3 doctors looking on the same image and they could not agree on what they're seeing. So we have all sorts of challenges in managing all that data. So Iterative Scopes is one of the most interesting companies we got to host. There was also an interesting from the Media Lab, a student that built a device that basically reads your EEG and shows you a picture of what you're thinking of, which is amazing.
Oh my God.
Just amazing. And he did it with a hardware that costs a few $100s, as opposed to a functional MRI that costs $3 million, right? So I think that we've seen some of the most amazing progresses yesterday, and it's really inspiring to see really young people and really established companies do amazing things.
Yeah, it's definitely an exciting time to be in tech. So thank you guys for your time and enjoy the rest of the show.
Thank you.